Today I'm gonna come to you, giving you guys just a little video, and today's topic is good people don't win, because that's typically how we feel, right? Or that's typically how things are viewed. Today's video is going to be called Good People Do Not Win, or Good People Never Win, because typically that's how we feel, you know what I'm saying? Like, we always think about, for instance, I'll just think about, a lot of good people that we know. It's like, dang, it's always something happening to them. And I'm tired of being good, bro. Like, when I'm going to catch my break, you know what I'm saying? That thought comes around a lot around people who tend to try to live good and carry high morale and all this, that, and the third. And I just feel that a lot of it is associated with our brain. So in this video, we're going to be breaking it down. More of an opinionated video, but also advice if you are this type of person. So I suggest you keep watching if you're already interested. Okay, first things first. We're going to hop right into it. Now, I'm just going to get started giving you guys an example of what I mean when I say good people never win. When I say good people never win, like I said, we always talk about people with high morale and people who want to carry themselves a certain way, or the sweetest person ever, and you just look at it, it's like they always going through something. Like, it's just always like, dang, bro, like, if it ain't one thing, it's another. Like, that's just how it feels. And so we typically, gain that mindset. If it's not one thing, it's another, and all this stuff like that. So, for example, you know how people always say, like, oh, that friend, it's always the sweet friend, or the person that's always smiling, that has like the darkest and craziest things going on back home and stuff like that. And I'm here to tell you, even as a person that's depressed but looks very happy on the outside, that's sometimes a coping mechanism. It's like, I know pain, so I don't want others to feel pain, or I want everyone to know everything's okay, or I do anything to make sure everyone else is okay. So from the outside looking in, they appear very happy, just a very good, loving, outgoing person, because that's their coping mechanism. So when that becomes your coping mechanism, of course you're going to look happy, and that good person, like, dang, why they keep going through all this? Now, this one I'm going to mess y'all up at. So, that's an example. Like, so if you're this type of person, keep watching. If it's not one thing, it's another. Like, you're always constantly waiting on the next bad thing to happen. You thinking about, like, you always preparing for the worst case scenario. You know what I'm saying? So it's never like just that positive. Like, of course, you're always hoping for better, but you don't have the mindset of, you're hoping for better, but expecting the worst. So, like, you're kind of balancing coming from a negative mindset. And I just want to let you guys know, like, a lot of this plays a part in our brain. And I know, like, girl, what is you talking about? It's life, natural order, all this stuff like that. But what I can say is, what I personally believe is that when we get to that mindset, like, we are what we think. So when I say, like, we are what we think, it's just like, if no matter how happy I am to the outside world now. So now I'm giving you guys, I told you guys how they are on the outside, I'm flipping it back inward now. So in our brains, it's just like, if it ain't one thing, it's another. XYZ. It's always bad things happening to me. I'm tired of struggling. I don't want to go through this no more. Like, bro, like, when can I catch a break? Like, all that's going through our head. And we tend to move from a mindset of scarcity, a mindset of scarcity, or a mindset of fear, just something that's not abundant, something that's not healthy, something that's not good. So when you're constantly giving out, when you're constantly giving off fear, scarcity, like, you're not moving from abundance, that's what comes to you. You are what you think of yourself. You experience what you think of yourself. Like, the mind is a powerful organ. You know what I'm saying? The brain is a powerful organ. The mind is a powerful thing. So you're constantly thinking of these negative thoughts. And so that's what you're going to attract. So ultimately, it's not that good people don't win, but it's the fact that most good people are not in healthy mental states. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if we're constantly in, like, a negative mental state, and this isn't even on the forefront, because sometimes on the forefront, we're like, oh, no, I rebuke that, or, no, we're not thinking like that. Subconsciously, that's what we're used to. So you have to learn how to program your brain on a subconscious level. And that's hard, because typically we go back to what's familiar to us. Like, it's easier to be depressed than it is to be happy. It's easier to think the worst is going to happen when the good never seems to happen. You know what I'm saying? So like, we programmed and trained our brain to attract these type of things and stuff like that. So with that being said, the more and more, like, the more and more negative things we think about ourselves, the more and more negative it's going to happen. And we have to get to a point where we can really, like, reach that turning point and change it all around. But we have to just get to a point where we can change it all around and work on our perspective and how can we reprogram our brain to think in a positive mindset. So this is where you're going to need a mindset shift. All right, so again, I said in my previous video, a good way to start from the mindset shift, especially those who feel like bad things follow them, is to shift from I'm always going through something to I'm always overcoming something. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that you're going through it or it's always something bad happening to you. You're an achiever. You're a winner. You beat every situation that is thrown at you. And so you just got to say, like, you stand tall in the face of adversity. Like, all those negative thoughts, you got to flip it around to something positive. And I promise you, like, once you start shifting your brain a lot more, life gets so much easier. Like, perspective truly is everything. Like, it's crazy, but it's true, like, perspective and your brain and how you process information and how we feel about X, Y, and Z, it changes. It causes a shift, you know what I'm saying? And once we have that shift in our mindset, it starts to manifest in the real world. And that's really what I wanted to get at, because I know a lot of times us good people, we get trouble-hearted. Sometimes you be close to insanity behind closed doors because you don't understand why is all this adversity following me. And it's just like, why is the adversary always attacking me? It's people out here doing worse things. I ain't did nothing. Like, God, I'm trying to follow your will. I'm trying to be a good person. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And da-da-da. Yeah, you're doing all this in the physical world, but you have to train your brain. You have to be kind to yourself. You have to love yourself a little more. You have to, change your perspective on things. You gotta get out your head. Really, it's like, it's the brain. It's the brain. Like, I don't know how to explain that in any simpler terms, but it's truly your brain. Like, I don't know why. I don't know. Like, I'm not even on no manifestation weird because I'm a Christian girl. So, like, I'm not on no weird vibes or nothing like that. But the brain is one great thing that God has gifted us with. And I feel that once we learn how to, like, train and fix our perspective and just really get a grasp on our brain, so much changes. So all in all, in this video, I really just wanted to say that it's not that good people don't win. It's that a lot of us good people mindsets are warped. Like, we are so used to the bad happening that we can't get out of our own heads, and we have to learn how to change, just that rhythm that we're pulsating out of us. We have to learn how to shift that mindset. So I will do a follow-up video, on how to shift your mindset. And, more so on gaining discipline, self-love, self-care, all that good stuff. And that's really all I came to say. So it's not that good people don't win. We just got to learn how to shift our minds and understand that everything is not out to get us. So if I had to give you guys 5 tips to start today to help start shifting your mind is, 1, change your perspective. It's not that something bad is always happening. It's I'm always overcoming something. 2, look at things from the upside. That's with anything you do. So, like, when you're physically when you're in your thoughts and you're thinking of something negative, think of it on the opposite side around. You know what I'm saying? So that'll be 2. 3 is to be kind to yourself. I don't know how, I cannot express how many of us beat ourselves up, talk about, XYZ, just everything. So be kind to yourself. 4, I would say treating yourself. Yes, be kind to yourself in your mind, give yourself little praises, thanks, and glory for yourself, and then 4, I would treat myself. So even if I have a goal for this week, I achieve that goal, or I achieve that goal for the day. Treat yourself to, just a smallest thing, like, oh, I'm going to watch a movie tonight. Oh, I might get an ice cream later on this week. Or, just something that you usually don't do, but just like a small form of celebration in the physical as well. And 5 is keeping your head up in the face of adversity. Like, I know that sounds simple, but sometimes it's hard. You know, just because we're fighting it doesn't mean our head is up. You can fight with your head down. So all in all this ties in together. And I know this video was pretty quick and fast, but it's just something I really wanted to throw out there to you guys. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Where you're going to get more definitely out of me, but it's just like a quick one too that I wanted to get off my chest today. So definitely talk to you guys later. And it was your girl, Ruth Yami. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me your thoughts about this video. If you'd like to see more like this from me, we can definitely do that. And bye, you guys.